Hey, Tomas, thanks so much for being here today and taking the time to answer some of my questions and some of the questions I've heard from the community members. We really appreciate the time of you taking it out. So just to get started, everyone who just like maybe new to Tomas, not really know the CEO, he is the CEO of AGA Token. He was in the tech space for 10 plus years, working at Fortune 500 companies like Accenture and Microsoft. He's kind of a tech industry veteran, you could say. He's been in the blockchain space for almost 5 years now. And just recently, AGA token has been released in 2020. So with that being said, Tomas, is there anything you want to add before we get started?
No, I'm just happy to be here. Let's record a quick video for our community. And hopefully people will find this interesting.
All right, awesome. Let's get started then. So just for some of the new people coming into our community, can you tell us a little bit more about AGA, what it is, and maybe a brief summary for the new people?
Yeah, so I think everybody hears AGA is mining back. So we have Bitcoin miners. Well, we have some Ethereum, but very few. We have mostly Bitcoin miners that currently generate, I just checked this morning, and it varies with price of Bitcoin, currently generate a profit of something like $170,000 per month, which is a fantastic profit to be generating. This gives us a foundation to basically grow the project and expand. Our vision is to deliver something that build something that outperforms Bitcoin during the bull market like we have right now, but as well in the bear market. So that's our audacious goal, and we have a plan to deliver on it.
Yeah, wow, that's really great. So can you tell us a little bit what are the benefits of investing in AGA token directly instead of Bitcoin?
Yeah, well, there are many. So the nice thing about mining is that we are still profitable in the bear market. We are not having as much fun. We are not as profitable as today, but we still remain profitable. So in the bear market, a lot of people are losing money, but we are still making money. So we are building that safety net for this space. In the bull market, we are both profiting from the Bitcoin price going up, but as well we are expanding into other similar businesses such as yield farming and yield mining and other DeFi projects that will deliver fantastic returns during the bull, and then we fall back on our mining revenue during the bear. So the reason to invest is you should be able to do better with AGA than with Bitcoin, than with other tokens. The second thing I would have to say is, people ask me, why don't I just spend the money to buy a miner? Well, you can't just really buy 2 Bitcoin miners and put them in a garage. A lot of people do. I've done that in 2016, but that definitely is not something I would recommend if you want to keep your family and your wife happy. Those machines are not meant to run in a garage. The barriers to entry basically are too high. The barriers to entry for many are too high. You have to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars for infrastructure, and we basically do that for you.
Mm-hmm. Wow, yeah, that's really great. I actually have a miner back here. It's a GPU miner, not an ASIC miner, but I get what you mean. It's not somewhere you want to just put in your living room. I even struggle with it in my bedroom because it just generates so much heat, and it's a bit of an inconvenience, especially in the summertime. So yeah, that sounds like a great vision and a reason why to invest in AGA. Plus, I think a lot of tokens in the crypto space, especially new tokens, seem to struggle a little bit in the bear markets with pushing business and marketing and things like that and trying new ventures. But it seems with AGA's revenue and Bitcoin backed mining that, AGA can keep moving forward, I guess.
Right. I mean, I was just looking at some statistics about the amount of transaction fees that are generated by Polka, Solana, and many of these new fantastic blockchain projects. And turns out that if you just were to compare our revenues, the revenues of AGA are more or less the same as the revenues of ADA, one of the largest projects, largest blockchains in this space, right? So that's, that is mind blowing. Of course, those are different projects, right? So it's apples to oranges a bit, but I think it gives you something to think about. And not all of these companies will survive the bear market, and we absolutely expect to, because being mining backed and having that revenue to fall back on.
Yeah, wow, that's some insane statistics right there.
Yeah.
I think the community members are gonna be happy to hear about that one.
Yeah.
So I keep hearing you talk about, and like people talk about, the new vision and evolution of AGA. You kind of touched on it a little bit with like how it relates to Bitcoin and things like that, but can you explain a little bit more about it?
Yes, and this is not dissimilar from many other companies, right? So we have, you can call it a cash cow. Our mining business just kind of runs there, runs 24/7, and it generates a nice, sizable source of revenue and profit on daily basis. We want to be smart about how we utilize that opportunity, how we utilize these funds. So what we have decided to do is take a small portion of the mining profit, in addition to the buybacks that we are doing and the rewards that we are paying to our community. This is in addition to that. We are going to take a small portion of these profits and invest in up and coming new projects. So the first step is to invest and partner with launch pads, right? So you've heard about BSC pad, Polka starters, Ferrum network, etc. We are investing in and teaming with these companies and partnering with these companies to basically get access and allocations to the up and coming projects. And of course, the second step is to invest in these new up and coming projects. And then in turn, we get two things. Once we invest in the in Ferrum network, in Polka starters, etc., we are able to farm these tokens, stake these tokens, and earn daily yield, just like we do from mining. So the business model is very similar. We spend money up front, and then it generates yield for us, for our community. The second thing that these projects give us, these launch pads, give us access to this new, exciting, new projects, right? That have an opportunity to appreciate 10, 50, 100x in a short period of time. And we simply want to take advantage of that appreciation, and to drive more value and more price appreciation to the AGA ecosystem.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that's really interesting. Something that's kind of popping into my mind is that I just hear diversification over and over again, that you hear a lot of people talk about in the traditional finance world, and just like how to invest in general and to allocate your money well, to build wealth and things like that. And AJ seems to be thinking really smartly in how to diversify the ways it's generating revenue and investing in projects, being a part of new things. And that's really exciting to me. And I think the community will love that as well.
Yeah, thank you. And look, I mean, other members of our community can do a lot of the things that we do, but there are a couple of challenges. The amount of money that you have to invest in these launch pads is very high. In order to get access to these allocations, you have to invest a lot of money, and that's cost prohibitive. Very similar to mining, right? A large chunk of money to be invested up front in order to get your daily yield, the daily benefits. So we are just expanding on that mining vision, not to just limit ourselves to physical hardware, but other business models that behave in that way. The second thing with these projects is you have to manage them. There are, pre-sales, there are opportunities to sell. You have to stake across different blockchains, different platforms, and you have to keep track of that. We do that for you, right? You can simply buy AGA token, and we do the mining for you, yield farming for you, investing in launchpad projects, and you simply sit back, earn yield from our token, and hopefully also watch the price appreciate, right? That's what we all would like to see over time.
Yeah, it sounds like investing made easy.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Yeah, so what are the major milestones AGA has achieved so far, and what can we expect from you guys in the future?
Right, so the milestone I am most proud of is the fact that we have now built that backbone of our business, basically the $150,000 a month of revenue, or 174, I think, as of this morning. As we saw the Bitcoin price go up. Today we are recording this video, Bitcoin has shot up nicely. So of course, the revenues, our profits have shot up with that. So that's what I'm most proud of, because that gives us a foundation to do, anything we want, to give us a foundation to do, to deliver more innovation to the community, right? So we are excited about that. Now, looking forward, we need to address a couple of things. Fees on Ethereum are really, really high. So we will be adding layer 2 networks to our Ethereum solution, right? We will have Polygon or Old Matic network up and running in few weeks. Up and running in a couple of days. And then in a few weeks, we will add support for BSC, the Binance Smart Chain network. So that will address a couple of things. Fees for our community, as well, it should increase our trading volumes, as people will be able to transact and trade AGA token with minimal fees, as opposed to what they have to pay today. Now, the following step is, once we are on BSC, Cake Swap, Quick Swap, etc., what are we doing about centralized exchange? And yes, absolutely, we intend to seriously look at centralized exchanges, in the top 10 category in the months of April or May. Hopefully, we will be on one of these exchanges in the first half of 2021.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that's great. I know the Ethereum gas fees are really, really a struggle for new investors, retail investors, who just want to try to have a little taste of like AGA without putting in like a $10,000 investment right away. And then it's great to hear about like looking into central exchanges as well, because a lot of people new to the crypto space, blockchain space, just want an easy way to invest. And I think centralized exchanges would make it really accessible to these new investors or investors who just kind of want to try out the blockchain space. So really excited about that. So how does AGA keep its token deflationary, and what are the decentralized protocols that prevent the depreciation of this token and provide support and shelter for users seeking this type of financial model?
Right. So, many tokens, you can find many tokens that pay high APR in that token. And we also pay high APR in our token. What's different about us is that we do not mint or emit more AGA tokens to pay our rewards. We actually get these tokens that we pay out in our liquidity provider bonus rewards by buying them back on the open market. This way, our liquid supply either stays flat or maybe even decreases over time, as in the last couple of months, we bought back more tokens than we have paid out in rewards. So yes, AGA, we intend to be deflationary. Okay,
that's great. I think I saw a YouTube video. I don't know if other community members are familiar with this, but the YouTuber is Meet Kevin, and he does like usually he does like traditional stock investing, like home investments and things like that. But he made an interesting theory about cryptocurrencies and investing in cryptocurrencies that don't have revenue models that can keep its token deflationary and that can keep its like high APYs and things like that. And you should go check out the video for people who are interested, but it essentially was like a huge warning sign to people investing in cryptocurrencies that maybe didn't have a revenue model, because it's almost like lending without having the money to lend more. And then if someone can't pay back a loan, all of a sudden the entire ecosystem of the cryptocurrency kind of collapses, which is something that AGA token, I think, it solves that problem. It doesn't have that issue. Right. So it's something I'm really confident in investing in. And I think other community members can be confident in investing in too. So yeah, it's a cool video if people want to check it out, but it really makes you look at AGA token different and the benefits that it can have.
Yeah, absolutely. We intend to, have that mining revenue to fall back on and to pay our rewards and to stay deflationary through that.
Yeah. So moving on a little bit. So what does revenue look like for AGA, and how is that revenue used, and how do you kind of decide how that revenue is used?
Yeah, so I mean, we just spoke about the $150,000 or $70,000
Yeah.
coming in every month. We have a governance board. Token holders of 10,000 AGA or more are invited to our private Discord server, where we discuss how we will allocate the revenue and the profits that we are getting on monthly basis. They approve the major expansions, major expenditures through our governance board. We simply use voting to accomplish these tasks.
Okay, so how can one be a part of governance?
Well, to be part of governance, one has to hold either 10,000 AGA or participate in one of our liquidity pools with 5,000 AGA. That's the way to join the governance board. Okay,
cool. Sounds good. So what price is necessary for AGA or price of Bitcoin is necessary for AGA to stay profitable?
Right. So we've done our models, and we break even at approximately $10,000 Bitcoin, which I hope that we'll never see that. Anywhere above $30,000 Bitcoin, we are quite profitable. We are basically having fun. It's kind of like business as usual for us. Below 30,000, it gets to be, the business shrinks significantly. And at 10,000, we will be looking at a break even and turning off some miners, things like that, to save on costs.
Yeah, for sure. Hopefully, Bitcoin just stays skyrocketing up like it's been, and we'll be a-okay.
Right.
So shifting gears a little bit. So I hear you guys are doing a liquidity offering. Can you explain a little bit about that and how we can participate?
Yeah, absolutely. So for the rest of March, till March 31st, you will be able to go on our website, agatoken.com, and buy AGA token directly from us. The price that you would pay for this token is very similar. It's set at the market price. But if you hold this token for 60 days or more, you will receive additional bonus of 15%. Furthermore, we have teamed with Ferrum Network, with Learn Crypto, and a couple other Discord personalities, as well Telegram personalities, where they offer additional bonus. So if you're looking to invest in AGA, take a look what's out there on Twitter, and you should be able to get a bonus above the 15% that we offer as a standard.
Okay, wow, that's great. It's definitely a good way for people to just get into the ecosystem of AGA and try to get a little extra bang for their buck, I guess.
Yeah.
So how will the funds be used for from the secondary offering?
Yeah, with these funds, we are going to do two things. The offering is meant to help us fund liquidity on the QuickSwap exchange, on the Polygon Matic network. So we are going to use significant amount of funds for liquidity. We plan to be one of the top 5 pools on QuickSwap in the next coming weeks. So we are excited for that. And then the second portion of the funds, the remaining portion of the funds, will be used to buy new miners. And we are in discussions right now with suppliers in China and as well in Canada to see if we can get those orders filled quickly, so then we can increase our revenue and our profits, next month or the month after that, as opposed to 3 months or 6 months down the road.
For sure. Well, that sounds really exciting. That's about all the questions I have. Thank you so much for taking the time to answer these questions for both me and the community. Yeah, I'm really excited to see where AGA token goes in the future, and hopefully it's just smooth sailing and we see a lot of rewards in the future. Thank you so much, Tomasz. Do you have anything else you kind of want to say, or?
No, I'm just very pleased and humbled by the community, by the support, and I really appreciate you doing this interview, and I think this is fantastic. Thank you so much.